listen to a young girl who was saying that the Nigerian community here is totally very angry. Thank you very much for your from our
This was the Ijo country of the Niger Delta of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He went to several schools. His major academic services was at the government college to Delhi.
Go gather, destroy their food. Make security camp and that other camp, Fungal camp. You don't compensate everybody.
In its generation sometimes. Today our focus will be on the style of J.P. Clark, a poet and writer, and we shall also be very interested in his point as more dancer.
Some lines are meaningful, some are empty. With too much meaning and riches to offer humankind. Long after some of these earthly adventures and more, one can still find footprints of these great lives on the pavements of our contemporary life.
Good evening, you're welcome to the program Green Planet. And we are trying to carry out tissue culture of plantains, to experiment tissue culture of plantains at the African Center for Community and Development. We have identified these plantains. It grew out of a giant species, and we will be using these to propagate suckers that we believe are going to be able to produce giant plantain fruits. This experiment at the African Center for Community and Development is an attempt to vulgarize the use of giant species rather than the dwarfs that are very pregnant in society. So here is the plantain tree that has been fallen, in order that we can now use our ingenuity to attempt tissue culture at the African Center for Community and Development. Of course, we do not need the whole plantain stem for the process, so we will be cutting it by half so that we are left only with the bottom, which is very good for what we are about to do. There we are. That's what we are going to be working on. It is very important to apply tissue culture of plantains in this part of the world, as many people look at plantains as a staple, and many of the plantain species which are found locally are dwarf species. They have stunted growth, and many people do not take the time to ensure that their farms are made only of giant species, which in a way can help to guarantee food security in this part of the world, which is Cameroon and Sub-Saharan Africa. And here is our truck that we will be carrying what is of use to us from our farm onto where we will do the peeling of the bottom part of the plantain tree. Tools like trucks or wheelbarrows are very important for successful farming systems across the world, and it is hoped that their unit price will become even more cheap for the average farmer to access, in order that farming can become a lucrative profession for all. And Plantain is also a member of the Progressive Youth Association in Limbe, as well as he is a worker of the African Center for Community and Development. His knowledge here spirals to his organization members, hence trying to bring more to community from the African Center for Community and Development. So we started the process of cleaning the plantain stem from under. And we have to go deeper to get the tissues so that we can introduce them in the substrate that we will prepare our own formula here at the African Center for Community and Development for the germination of plantain. There you go, you see how white it is. So we are cutting the tissues. We're trying to make that they're light so that germination is faster. Pro-poor sustainable development is vital for Africa, especially in this century where the world's population is expected to clock 9 billion by 2050. There you can see that the parent stock has no fungal infection, and we have dutifully checked in order that the suckers that germinate are going to be very healthy and can also be healthy bearers of very dynamic suckers in the future as well. Plantains are usually a healthy ground for fungi. That is why some farming systems have been able to establish some products or chemicals like mocap to fight this pest. However, the pesticides have also been criticized for causing harm not only on the fungi but on nearby ecosystems. Hence, the reason why people have to be very careful in their selection processes as to how they have to manage their treatment of plantain suckers or other species. More and more of the tissues have been placed on the board, from where we shall now move on to introducing them in the substrate that we've prepared for their onward journey in life. Plantains are very important in this century, as there are many products that come from plantains, like the plantain chips, boiled plantains, plantain flour, which can be used in the baking of so many things, including bread and cakes. Fried plantains is also a very important delicacy in the west coast of Africa, for it is used in the preparation of dodo, which is eaten with a lot of things, including stew as well as roasted fish. So we have our tissues that we've taken from the giant plantain tree. These are the tissues that we will try to ensure that they germinate and we can transfer them into a farm. And we will be counting the tissues in order to know the amount of suckers that can come out of this process. Thank you very much for watching People, Places, and Events. Don't go away. We shall be showing you suckers when they germinate.
Thank you very much.
And you just listen to a young girl who was saying that the Nigerian community here is totally very angry.
Thank you very much for
Our airline airport at the country of the Niger Delta of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We went to several schools to make your academic tendencies was as a government college to Delhi. And
Go gather, destroy their food. Make cultivated camp and that other camp, Fungal camp, you don't compensate everybody. But some of them,
in its generation sometimes. Today I'm focused on the son of J.C. Clark, a poet and writer, and we shall also be very interested in his point as more dancer.
Some lives are meaningful, some are empty. Lives that are meaningful, with too much meaning and riches to offer humankind. Long after some of these earthly adventures and no more, one can still find footprints of these great lives on the pavements of our contemporary lives.
Good evening, you're welcome to the program Green Planet.